Hey there, Bruins fans! The Boston Bruins lose 3-0 against backup goaltender James Reimer and the red-hot Florida Panthers. 46 saves for James Reimer in this shutout. That's pretty impressive. Let's go ahead and jump into this game. Just want to start off by saying, is it a coincidence that he put up 46 saves? And 46 happens to be the number of the player who makes $7 million and didn't get a single goal in this game. No, we can't blame everything on David Krejci. Let's just keep going. The Boston Bruins are going up against old friend Frank Vatrano and the red-hot Florida Panthers, who, with this win, are actually only 3 points out of the wildcard spot with games at hand. So they're looking to grab as many wins as they can, especially against Atlantic Division rivals, like the Boston Bruins. Quick injury update. Zdeno Chara and Jake DeBrusk will both be out of this game, both with upper body injuries. Torrey Krug is a game-time decision, but ended up playing in this game. Paul Postma and Anton Bleed are called up from the AHL to join the Bruins, but neither of them played in this game. Alright, it's go time. Let's drop the puck and start the first period. 6 minutes into the first period, Aaron Ekblad cuts to the net and finishes off a shot for his 14th goal of the season. He's really stepping up this season and is a big part of the Panthers' success. He's finally living up to that first overall selection in a really stacked 2014 draft. Let's take a minute to talk about this 2014 draft, because the 2014 draft was an excellent draft for the Boston Bruins. Before we jump into that, let's talk about some of the other selections. So obviously, Aaron Ekblad goes first overall to the Florida Panthers. He's a really good shutdown defenseman who looks like he's going to be a Norris winner in the future, and probably a captain for the Florida Panthers, if Barkov doesn't step up and grab that. The second overall selection is Sam Reinhart to the Buffalo Sabres. I don't exactly agree with this pick when you see some of the other names that went later. The third overall pick was Leon Draisaitl to the Edmonton Oilers, and I love this pick because he's very much like an Evgeny Malkin to a Sidney Crosby for Connor McDavid, so that's an excellent selection. There was quite a few steals in this draft, like William Nylander going 8th overall to the Toronto Maple Leafs, Nikolai Ehlers going 9th overall to the Winnipeg Jets, and Dylan Larkin going 15th overall to the Detroit Red Wings. And the greatest steal of all, David Pastrnak to the Boston Bruins, 25th overall. The Boston Bruins stole David Pastrnak, 25th overall. He's easily the best player out of this draft, and I think looking back, Florida probably would have selected either him or Leon Draisaitl, but it would be pretty close because David Pastrnak is an elite player in this league already at age 21. But he was not the only steal. Our second-round pick was Ryan Donato, 56th overall. He lit it up for Team USA at this year's Olympics and continues to score a lot of goals in college. He looks like he's going to be a really nice sniper for us and might even make the team this year. An absolute steal for a second-round pick. We didn't have a third-round pick. We lost that in a trade for Mazzaros. If he didn't sign with the Boston Bruins after we traded for him from Philly, Philly got our pick conditionally. Our fourth-round pick was Danton Heinen, 116th overall, and he's already lighting it up for us on our second line. He's going to be a really nice scorer in this league, and I think seems like he could be a good leader for the team because he's a young player who plays pretty big minutes already. And our fifth-round pick was Anders Bjork, who also made this year's team and was doing pretty well until he got injured, and he's going to be out for the rest of the season. But he was 146 overall. These are second-line players and maybe even first-line players because he was playing with Bergeron and Marchand at the very start of the season. And we're getting them in the 4th and 5th round. An excellent draft for the Boston Bruins. Let's get back to this game. 9 minutes in, Bukestad cutting to the net. Evgeny Dadonov puts the pass right on the tape, and Bukestad gets his 16th goal of the season. It's 2-0 Panthers. Second period, 14 minutes in, and the Panthers are on the power play. Trocheck has the puck and goes bar down for his 27th goal of the season. It's 3-0 Panthers. Start of the third period. I got a good feeling about this. This Boston team has made a lot of comebacks this year. I think we can pull it off. Aaron Ekblad snaps his stick right in the start of the third period. Riley Nash is coming into the puck. Ekblad pushes him off the puck, Pasternak picks up the puck, and Ekblad nails him too, like absolutely destroys him. With no stick, Ekblad took out 2 Boston players and got the puck going the other way for his team. You knew right there at the start of the third period Boston was not coming back in this game because they were just getting absolutely outworked by the Florida Panthers. Reasons Boston lost this game. James Reimer played out of his mind. 46 save shutout is really impressive. And he's been on the bench for almost 2 weeks because Roberto Luongo came back from injury and has been red hot. So it's really impressive to come into that game without playing for weeks and pitch a shutout. And not only a regular shutout, 46 saves. So Boston just really couldn't beat him that night. He was winning that game. Another reason, Panthers got a power play goal. I've said it before. We're having a really hard time killing penalties without Patrice Bergeron. They went 1 for 2 tonight, so they didn't take as many penalties as they have been. But again, it's a big factor. If this was a 2-0 game, it might be easier to come back. You never really know. But also, you have to accept the fact that now we have Chara, DeBrusk, McAvoy, Bergeron all out. Marchand and Krug are injured but playing. And, so these pile up. Eventually, you're going to lose. You can't win them all. The Panthers are really trying to make that playoff push. They wanted it a little more maybe than you did. And when they wanted a little more and the injuries pile up and you have a red-hot goaltender, that just chalks up a loss. That's all I got for you today. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe down below.